Stoke v Hull. Hull back-to-back defeats for the week. Stoke are in second. And the good thing with Stoke is they do have defeats, but in the last 8 games, they've won 5 and lost 3. So there's no draws slowing them up. We saw Ipswich keep the clean sheet against Hull. Sorba Thomas back in the goal contributions, even though he scored 2 crosses, bless him. I think I'm going to go for the clean sheet win for Mark Robbins, Sam. And it's always safe to go 1-0 Stoke at Bet365, isn't it? 1-0 Stoke.
Yeah, I was quite pleased with, the narrative I built ahead of Stoke Charlton. I just really fancied Stoke after Charlton got thumped by Southampton.
You did right. Yeah.
In that game. And I did have 3-0 written down, but I think I scribbled it out because I thought I was getting ahead of myself and I put 2-0. So I missed out by a goal there. Hull are obviously a really good home side this season, despite that defeat to Ipswich. But QPR beat them last time out. Stoke are scoring goals. They're strong. I think it's going to continue here. I'm going to go for a 3-1 home victory.
Unstoppable Coventry versus leaky Charlton.
Cool. This would compound a really tough week, wouldn't it, for Charlton, should they not get any points here?
Well, no, because Nathan Jones didn't used to manage Coventry. He seems to just come a cropper against teams he used to manage, right?
Yeah. What's going to happen here?
Coventry are going to win, Sam. Obviously.
Yeah, Charlton are conceding goals for fun. 7 last 2 games? Have they got it in their armoury to keep Coventry quiet? I don't think so. Sometimes if this was a month ago, I'd have said probably, 1-0, the odd goal shades this because of Charlton's strength. I can't see it happening here. 4-1 Coventry.
Wow.
Can it keep happening? Can it keep happening? I don't know. If they're sticking 4 past Middlesbrough away from home.
They're superb, mate. Yeah.
And that's not, that's not to say, I've said it enough when me and you have chatted. I'm a big supporter of the work that Nathan Jones has done at Charlton. I think he's one of the best with those resources. So they'll turn it around, but yeah, I think this is going to compound a tough week for them.
Before I predict another Coventry win, here's a little challenge to you, Sam, and everybody in the comments. At some point, Coventry are going to lose a stupid random game like 3-2 to someone. Someone's got to get it because they won't lose a game we expect them to lose.
Is Wrexham the only defeat?
Yeah, and you have to score 3 goals to beat Coventry.
And they had 2 or 3 major injuries or suspensions to the back four, yeah. And then, the one anomaly so far was the home game against Hull on the opening day, was it not? When they had, 15 odd shots, chances, and Hull managed to escape with a goalless draw. So that's the one time. You can
put that down to just round 1 nonsense, though, can't you?
That's the one time when the strikers have, do you
remember the Norwich game where Norwich had about 1 shot and Coventry had 30 and it was a 1-1 draw or something? Look, I'm just going to keep backing Coventry. They've won 10 out of 11 and we do the Championship Check-In podcast next week. We need to have a serious conversation about them. Are we going to be talking about them like we talk about Marco Silva's Fulham and, some record-breaking stuff because that's where it's going. Easy for me to say now. You've gone all in on a 4-1. I'll go with the comfortable workaday 2-0 that we like. Sam and Nathan Jones will be very pleased to get this week over. Middlesbrough versus Derby. Now, this is where I probably need your insight, Sam. So the new manager was kind of announced and did kind of the game with Coventry in midweek. I guess this is really his first game, though. Will he have taken training yet?
I wouldn't envisage so. Today might be his first day. When did they play? Tuesday?
They played Tuesday and he got announced on Tuesday morning.
I would imagine they probably would have had Wednesday off to get their head around it, for him to get his head around it more so. And then today they'll be in for a lightish session. So today will probably be his first day out there, going through some tactical stuff, yeah.
Okay. So my point being, we're hardly going to see... It's still going to be a Rob Edwards, 85 Ash Middlesbrough, not a Kim Helberg Middlesbrough. Mate, all the trends, I don't know if either of us are going to be brave enough here. All the trends say Derby in this one. Middlesbrough, Derby at the Riverside. Middlesbrough trending down, I think, since the opening 4 games. They're 14th in the form table. And Derby did exactly what you need to do after the end of a win streak. After they lost, straight back on the bike and they got the win. I'm going to be a bit of a wimp and land on the draw. I wonder if you'll go for Derby. Do you know? I'll go 0-0.
I was going to go in with a draw. I think you have to put into account just how well Derby are playing. I think the one thing at this point of the season that I've got right was that Millwall and Derby were going to have good starts to the season, and those two are flying right now.
Hey, you got plenty more right than that. I've just been exemplary on the predictions.
I did a little thing on another podcast about 6 weeks ago about teams that you expected to rise up, and Derby were probably bottom 3, bottom 4 at that stage. So they've really found some momentum. I think you have to factor that in here. Maybe Borough to go ahead, but Derby to equalise, and it be a little bit of a reality check that Middlesbrough are going to have to rediscover their mojo a little bit under the new manager. So 1-1.